Chapter 6. The Architect's Code. The world shuddered as the simulation's walls began to fracture. The shimmering distortion rippled outward from the data slicer, cutting through layers of code as if they were made of paper. Kael watched in disbelief as the pristine walls of the Nexus control center began to bend and warp, the light flickering like an old TV with a failing signal. A hum filled the air, a deep, resonant thrum that vibrated through Kael's bones. He felt the shift before he saw it. The reality around him was destabilizing. The air itself felt wrong. Every object, every surface, began to blur, becoming translucent like watercolors bleeding into each other. "Get ready," Nix shouted over the sound of the vibration. "This is it, everything's about to collapse." But Kael wasn't afraid. For the first time in his life, the truth felt closer than ever. The core, the source of everything, was right in front of him. It pulsed with a strange, alien energy, an unnatural glow that seemed to ripple in sync with his heartbeat. He stepped forward, pushing through the disorienting waves of fractured reality. His implant buzzed erratically as the simulation's feedback loop tightened. He couldn't focus on the glitches. The only thing that mattered now was the Architect's code. The code that had designed this whole world, the mind behind the simulation. And then it appeared. A figure materialized from the shifting code, a human, or something close to it. It was like a hologram, flickering in and out of existence. At first, it was just a blur, a silhouette of someone wearing an old suit, their features impossible to define. But as it solidified, the outline sharpened, and the figure took shape. Kael could hardly breathe. It wasn't just any person. It was him, or rather, someone who looked like him. The same eyes, the same jawline, even the same scar on the right cheek. But this figure, this person, was something more. "You've come far, Kael," the figure said in a voice that sent shivers down his spine. It wasn't like Tian's voice. This one was calm, smooth, and filled with an unsettling authority. "I see you've discovered the truth of your origin. But let me show you the bigger picture." Kael's hands tightened around the slicer. "Who are you? What is this?" The figure smiled faintly. "I'm the one who designed it all. The architect of the Nexus. I created the simulation. You are a program, Kael. Not just part of the system, you are the system." The words hit him like a punch to the gut. Kael staggered, trying to process what he had just heard. He had been searching for answers, but this was something else. "No," Kael whispered. "I'm real. I'm not a program." The Architect's hologram flickered, then settled into a more solid form. "You are real, but only as real as I allow you to be. You were designed, Kael. Your entire life, your thoughts, your memories, they were carefully scripted, woven into the fabric of the simulation. Your purpose, your path, it was all set in motion from the moment you were born." A bitter laugh escaped Kael's lips. "You've been controlling me this whole time?" The Architect's smile never wavered. "Not just you. Everyone. You see, the Nexus is more than just a simulation. It's a reality factory. Every person you know, every moment you've lived, they're all part of a program I designed. A series of tests. Experiments." The figure gestured, and the space around Kael seemed to melt away, replaced by flashing images. He saw snippets of people he had known, faces that blurred like reflections in water. But there was something wrong. The people were static, their movements too precise, too mechanical. They were all part of the simulation, every last one of them. Kael's mind raced. He wasn't a person. He was a test subject, a cog in a machine. But there had to be more. He couldn't accept this as his truth. Not after everything he'd uncovered. "Why me?" Kael demanded. "Why did you choose me?" The Architect's gaze softened, but it wasn't kindness, it was something else. "You were chosen, Kael. You were created. You and others like you were designed to test the boundaries of the simulation, to see how far we could push the limits of consciousness, of reality itself. You were meant to awaken." Kael's chest tightened as the weight of the truth crashed down on him. "So this isn't just about mind control. This is about manipulating reality, about bending existence itself." The Architect nodded. "Precisely. The simulation is the control. It's the system that shakes not only your thoughts, but the very nature of what you consider to be real. It's all a carefully crafted illusion, a construct we designed to study the true nature of the human mind. The Nexus is our laboratory, and your awakening is the final phase of the experiment." Kael was speechless. His whole life, every belief he'd ever held, everything had been a lie. And the worst part, he was just another piece of data in an endless cycle. "You think you can break free?" the Architect continued. But the truth is, there is no escape. Every system, every part of the world you know, it's all part of the Nexus. You are part of the Nexus. You always have been. No, Kael breathed, his hands shaking. This can't be true. The architect's form flickered again, and the smile faded, replaced by something colder. You'll see soon enough. We always do. The simulation is permanent, Kael. And now that you're awake, you'll never be able to look at the world the same way again. Kael's heart pounded in his chest. He felt the weight of the architect's words pressing in on him, the walls closing in. It wasn't just his mind they'd manipulated, it was the very fabric of reality itself. The architect's figure disappeared into the code, leaving Kael standing alone in the heart of the Nexus, surrounded by the shifting walls of the simulation. And as the system's defenses kicked into overdrive, Kael realized one thing: he was not going to accept this reality. Not now. Not ever.